gummy bear no longer exists, I can carefully drop in the poor little gummy bear.
Welcome to the new MARIK Workshop. This segment of the WBPL 76 is brought to you by the Night Owl Association, along with the Bear Digs Company and viewers like you. Why are you here?
Hello again, chat. Have some corn.
You just open it up and you rub it all over your tongue.
Ooh, ooh.
Why are you here?
Sphincterotomy?
I just hit myself in the balls with an iPhone. Somebody quote that.
What could possibly go wrong?
Free Corn Thursday.
Like,
So,
wow,
what-
your organs are all fuck-shaped. What if we just stab it a little bit?
Fuck.
That unholy abomination of Yuletide terror.
Yo, my name Exhibit, and today we're gonna go ahead and pimp my mech.
I would so download feet.
Stop fucking the magnets. I'm not fucking the magnets. You're fucking the magnets.
The f is Free Corn Thursday?
Now, as I'm sure you're aware, the computing landscape has changed radically since the mid-1800s, with such diverse characters as international business machines and the creator of the original fax both entering the fray. But as we enter into the 21st century, Cray Computers stands alone atop the pack. Only Cray provides the modularity, functionality, and serviceability you deserve. Introducing the new series of Cray hyper-personalized portable computational assistants, featuring a sleek, slate-like form factor. No longer will you be tied to the wall. When you think computers, think Cray.
That's right, folks. Cray Supercomputer, here for all your cyberdeck needs.
Yes.
Welcome.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome to the new MARIK Who's a What's It with the Thingerjigger. I am Parallax of the Place with Pants. Joining me tonight is Squawk.
Hello, it is me.
And Muffin.
Hi.
And Wookie.
Hello, world. Wait till you get a load of me.
So that's us.
I'm very confused.
And it's
That's
a you
a-
problem now, chat.
Yeah.
Frankly,
Oh, God.
frankly, guys,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on either.
And
Yup.
that sounds like a you problem. I'm trying to eat dinner. These chuckleheads are trying to like invent a moon laser, and you're trying to run a show, but you made the one critical mistake of bringing us onto it, so it's kind of the space ghost problem.
Yeah.
So which one of
Yeah.
you is Moltar then?
Dibs.
Okay. Wookie,
I'll be
Identify
back.
yourself, citizen.
I believe that makes you Zorak.
I'll be back.
Excellent.
Okay.
Okay.
Friend-
Grimos, you're the only one that sent me anything this week. I'm very hurt by everyone else and their lack of submissions to art@wbpl76.com. That's right, art@wbpl76.com, where you can submit your stuff to us. It's,
Yeah, or just send him pictures of weird items you find.
I mean, that happens. In this case, Grimos is telling us that these are tonks,
Yeah.
the Swedish tonks. Actually, I don't think it's fair to say they're tonks because they do appear to be assault guns.
Are technically tonks. The S-Tonk is a legitimate tonk.
Okay.
They look very unfriendly for anyone who happens to be trying to explode them.
Now,
Yeah.
the second set here, he said these were. What do you say these are? A Twilight 2000 platoon he was working on. So there you go.
Okay, I don't know anything about Twilight 2000, but from the name, I assume it's about vampires in, like, the Indy 500, but they have machine guns?
No, as it turns out, it's actually about a Rod Serling show in the future about very normal things.
They could be the same show.
That's true. I think they're the same show.
I'd watch that.
We are being scolded for not knowing about Twilight 2000. Damn.
Well,
I
I'm
know
scolding
quite a
them
bit
for
about
not
Twilight
knowing.
2000. I have some Twilight 2000 stuff from first edition back in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, I have
And yes, I've been playing it I played it that long.
I have pictures of somewhere between the Beowulf and Beowulf 2C. Because this was the last somebody in one of my Discord chats said, "Hey, make the Beowulf." Nobody's made the Beowulf, and Grimos bought the Beowulf here. I cleaved this right down the middle between the Beowulf and the 2C, since they're like only 10 years separated and actually both made by Intersphere companies.
I like how the knees are set up, so it's like, well, if you need to get to that item that's just slightly too high on the shelf, extend.
That's right. That's right. It's this mech also doubles as a drywall lift.
Oh, nice. I mean, it's really convenient having double use out of them.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean-
otherwise it's just going to be like, what's the point of a mech that doesn't have hands? Like, well, it can't punch people. I don't care if it can punch people. 99% of its uptime, do you want it able to help rebuild the city wall? Or just standing there looking like some weird-ass murder supervisor?
Well, this one is particularly for putting ceilings in residential houses from the inside.
Oh, man, that's going to be a tall ceiling.
It really is.
Square says, I'll make a Beowulf too. See?
Commas are important.
I believe in commas, I do.
Why does it look like Cylons built it? Well, Maze Hughes, I invite you to look at the art for the 2C, because it looks like Cylons built it. And if you look at the base Beowulf art, it looks goofy as hell, so I decided not to do that.
Do we want human knee or bird knee? Can we afford both?
It's true. We can't afford both.
You have indeed, Mad Ducks, very specifically made the argument about mechs being useful, mechs with hands useful out of combat.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're good farm equipment. They're the best tractors.
And also there's that what was that picture with the in the one of the vids with the flipping off of the fingers. That is also useful.
It's true.
But that leads to combat sometimes, so you know, who knows.
Well, there's a whole, production run of one creator who's made every mech he's ever made that has a hand. He has a version where it's flipping off everyone.
Yep.
Like you do.
And I have almost all those downloaded. Many of them are printed as well.
So this is the Catalyst Bushwhacker. I just painted it over the weekend, and I decided I've had it painted blue for a while, and I decided Lyran-Guard. Let's just make it Lyran-Guard. I like Lyran-Guard.
Mech need hands for rude combat body living.
Well,
rude
I mean,
behavior.
technically, Bushwhacker has a hand, and I suppose conceivably it could give you the middle finger, but it would be a little weird.
It's not a useful hand.
No, it's got an AC-10 sticking out way beyond the end of its hand.
But it does make the checklist for tax purposes.
That's right. You could, in fact, hook something around it, and then it could drag it.
Maybe that... Okay, so perhaps you were onto something. Whoever said they were classified as a tractor, and that It's a thing where, like, yes, this mech has a hand. Therefore, legally, it is farm equipment for tax purposes. I will take my subsidy now as I march into battle.
Thank you,
Sure.
Beers Guy, for renewing your sub.
Thank you, Beers Guy, for making a decision. Oh, thank you, Windows. I need you to do that. Thank you.
It
okay.
has been done.
Uh,
You have been windowed.
I got windowed, guys. These are last week I was working on a hammerhead I was doing it black and purple for my my mercenary unit. I finished that one up and then I made a rifleman and a blackjack in the same pattern because I am trying to work through my official pile of shame, and they were next on the list.
Then you can work on your pile of secret shame.
That's true. They're still in the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
What else do I have? I have Orc. He is Orc.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I have nothing to add to this. He is Orc.
He's very nice to work. I like the rest on the, on all the things where you made it look like, hey, Orc been doing things. And of course it's red because, as we know, red go fast.
It's true. Red does go fast. And when it's on a gun, I guess it makes a bullet go faster.
Maybe.
I don't know.
So is this a orc bowl or? Because this looks like one of the old orc bowl linemen.
So here's the fun thing. This is a print, and it is very inspired by some of the late 90s sprue orcs. And it's just
Wait
that...
a minute. Sorry, go ahead. I've got a question at the end.
I was going to say, it's very inspired by some of the official late 90s orcs, and I kind of just love how cartoonish it is.
Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. But I have a lore question.
I have a lore answer.
Why has it got a belly button?
That's where the spores come out.
Oh, okay, that checks out.
There we go, guys.
No, I appreciate, like, the detail of not just having the axe on a beam. No, that's a pipe. They ripped it out of a wall somewhere.
A broken pipe.
Yep.
And I think that axe is actually it was what they broke something off of as they broke the pipe.
Now, I don't know what this is. Somebody's going to have to tell me what this is.
So that is the Cyberdeck build I'm in the middle of. That's an early stage. They're all out of order. This was during the test assembly to make sure everything fit before putting in all the heat insert nuts, which A, are amazing, and B, are a giant pain in the ass.
He said nuts.
I did.
It does grow in a fungus womb, says Arachnash.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Don't
math.
listen, ducks. Don't listen. Anyway, sorry.
Math.
The orc you were seeing earlier, that was in MSLA. So
Wait, the orc that I did? Oh, no, okay, never mind.
I think everything you saw before, if it was printed, it was in MSLA. This is the first one we're seeing that's FDM, and that's just due to scale, because, good lord, this thing is bigger than it looked. So I'm most of the way through assembly.
Yeah, all of the minis are resin prints. Yes. So what else? Here's a screwdriver picture. But there's a screwdriver.
I have a question. Quick. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Does this make you a little bit cray-cray?
Now, Squick, what are you going to put in this case?
So this case, I'm going to be honest, the whole thing doesn't need to be functional. It just needs to look functional. So it's getting a screen. It's getting a Raspberry Pi 4 that I've had around for a couple of years. It's got a battery pack that's gone in there. And at the end of the day, it's going to look the part and hide a lot of crimes that went on inside of there. Because, good lord, now, like those switches, those aren't going to be hooked up to anything, but they're satisfyingly clicky.
What's the orange shit around that?
The orange is part of the superstructure. That's a reinforcement inside of it. There's another cover on the right side. It's just not on there on that image because this was test fitting the screen over the Pi and realizing, there's going to be a clearance issue there.
So is this all PLA or?
Yeah, this is all PLA.
Okay.
wound up using one of the funky print beds to get the carbon fiber effect, but I'm very happy with how that came out.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, it's go ahead.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's a print bed texture. The print bed doesn't hold on nearly as well, so you have to get creative with brims. And well, at the end of the day, if you dial it in, you do get a really nice carbon fiber effect. Although it's somewhat spoiled by the layer lines you can see there on the right. But at 5 feet, it sells.
Does. There's the off-kilter angle of it showing the pie in there with your clearance issues.
Yes, which, because of the way that screen mounts, I'm going to be able to fix it just by adding a little bit of offset, which then gives us, hey, that screen is sticking out, and that is very much in the aesthetic, and it makes me happy.
Perfect. Very much sticking out. It's an Audi.
German engineering at its finest.
But yeah, found the patterns online, and they're pretty all right. So I'm having fun.
So do you think if I took this, I could put a framework laptop in it?
I think there's enough room in there. You'd have to rework the skeleton a little bit, but absolutely there's room for all components.
Excellent. I'm not going to do that because I don't have $1,400 sitting around for a novelty laptop.
Yeah. Also, I would get like a $100 Amazon special micro PC, but you know.
Well, here's a fun thing I've been looking at, where I was looking at having a more powerful laptop that I could take to my office with me. I discovered that the Lenovo ThinkPad from 2018, the T480, the last one that you could get that you could upgrade yourself, is down to like $200.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. That's 16 gigs of RAM and an i5 processor, so it's not top of the line, but for like $330, you can get the i7. Maybe less.
Have you considered something far dumber and less powerful and also worse?
Do you want to give me some clues?
Well, a product that used to be first party and then everyone else started making them. The Intel Compute Stick. It's a USB drive that's also a computer.
I am familiar with that one.
They're dumb as hell. You should get several.
Can you daisy chain them?
You shouldn't daisy chain them.
That's not a no. I made a rock.
I should put them, like 20 of them, in a compute loop and see what happens.
Fire is what happens.
I just want a decent tablet that I can read and do stuff on. I'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm trying to repair yours.
I want to be where the people are.
Broke. You want to be where the people are?
Yeah. Actually,
up there where on those feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I found a product where everyone can be unsatisfied.
Oh, so what? The Orange
I'm
Pi
just gonna-
5?
No, I'm just going to drop this in the hauler real quick. At least the Pi 5 has some grunt to it.
The Orange Pi 5.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you
If
talking
it's,
about Windows?
I mean, I've just dropped this in the hauler. Para, you can share it if you want, or we can link
What
it in
the
chat.
hell?
But it's it's
What
the
the
worst.
ever-loving hell?
I
Yeah,
was
it's-
actually asked to back this.
It is the worst of all options.
Good God, sir.
It accidentally caters to one very specific niche use case, and even then, it doesn't do it well.
What use case would that be, Squick?
Otherwise, headless machines. This is fantastic for managing like a small CNC machine or a small 3D printer, or at least it would be if it wasn't 4 times the price of just doing it the conventional way that's good enough. So yeah, you get no battery with a touch screen.
Awesome.
And also, all sides have ports, except the cooling one.
What?
It's objectively awful. And I kind of want one.
Cookie no bueno what?
Of
I
course.
didn't do it.
Of course you did.
No, I really, really didn't.
She didn't do it, guys, except for the parts that she did.
Yeah, well, I mean, can you prove those? That's the question.
I mean, how convincingly do I have to prove it?
7.
I could probably prove it to 7.
Okay. Well, I mean, what's your argument?
Brown liquid.
I don't think that's an argument so much as a threat.
I didn't say Malort.
No, you didn't
Cookie
say
didn't
it.
do it because I'm her alibi.
Let's see. I should paint something
Sorry,
tonight.
legally you can't be my. Yeah, well, I guess you can be my alibi. You just can't. Yeah.
If you'll be my alibi, I can be your
in our state, I
long-lost
can
friend.
actually.
Can I be yours though? That's the question.
Yes, but we can
Okay.
also be.
You can call him
This is the
Wookie,
only state in the
and
country
Wookie
where we can be
call
forced to
him, you can
testify against our
call
spouse.
him out. Call him out. Okay, so I got an urban mech here. I guess I could paint. Does anybody want to paint an
Irish
urban mech?
whiskey.
And tell me about the urban mech.
Irby,
Well, I have
you've got
like a half-hour
Irby.
video I could suggest to you.
Really? Where would I find such a thing?
I
I
think
thought it was more about 45 minutes.
there's a lot of chaff in there toward the end.
No, it's not.
I'll do the squats.
I'm not doing
I'll
anything.
do the squats.
I am not doing push-ups today. I am sorry. Not even wall push-ups.
I tell you what, I'll do an extra 5 squats.
Ooh, prepay.
My legs hurt like crap. I have just gotten. Yeah. It's been a day.
Squick, apparently you need to pet Frank.
I mean, I would, but he's in his nap time box.
He's
because
always
last
in
weekend,
his nap time box.
It's where he hangs out.
Well-
Last weekend, he decided that food was a thing he wanted to participate
What,
in.
again? How many times a week does he do this?
I mean, it was like a couple of months.
Let's see.
But the point is that he had a big meal, and that means he gets to take a big nap. And that's very important for Frank.
I want to take
He's a
And
growing
then,
noodle.
well, you've got to clean out the big other thing, but that's a different story.
He's the large spaghetti.
How big is spaghetti? How big Danger Noodle?
One lasagna.
One lasagna Danger Noodle. Like one lasagna noodle or one lasagna worth of noodles?
Like, if he curled up in a TV box, he'd be a good-sized lasagna for one. Maybe a small family-sized meal.
Okay, so he's about a Stouffer's.
Yeah, he's one Stouffer's.
That's our new
Give or
measurement,
take.
folks. Water break.
do
We
the
got a water
water
break.
I consume liquid.
On a scale of pasta, Sally, 1 now, how dangerous?
Ooh, that depends. Is like a delightful noodle unless he decides he's hungry, which is very rare, and you happen to be rodent-shaped and dangled directly in front of him, and he notices you. And under those very specific circumstances, you have like a 30% chance of getting bit and wrestled. Other
Okay,
than that,
so-
no.
Much more friendly than, say, a Dracon and a whole bunch of crickets.
A what?
A bearded dragon.
Oh yeah, well, bearded dragons are dumb assholes, and I say that having had one, and they're absolutely delightful, but they're belligerent and they're stupid. Like,
Mildly intelligent. And
Matt, I
extremely
had one-
belligerent, Yes.
no, hold the hell up. I had one just sitting in front of his own reflection, going from head bob to arm wave. Like head bob because there's another bearded dragon over there. I'm established dominant. Oh crap! It's head bobbing at me. It's time. No, I give up. You look way too. He surrendered. I am the big lizard. Head bob. And it was.
I thought
just,
arm wave was a mating ritual.
Arm wave is no. I submit. You are the bigger lizard. I do not want to start this shit.
Okay.
But it was just enough of a processing delay that he looped. I mean, mind, this is the same one that figured out if he just left his mouth open, a cricket would walk into it.
I mean, that's pretty good. That's not as dumb as it might be. You know what? Let's paint this big stupid Cyclops. The Cyclops is a big stupid mech.
Okay, before you do that, though.
Before I paint the Cyclops.
Yeah, I have a couple of robot questions.
I have a couple of robot answers.
Because the way that Cyclops is built, it looks like you could stand another one on their shoulders. Like as a model.
That seems reasonable. I mean, it would...
I have
Fuck, he's
Swift
laid paint.
Locust
All
on
right,
him.
chat, what was the time on that?
Shit. It's only 9:32 in my time zone. I'm ahead of schedule. You were trying to delay me, weren't you?
Yeah.
No.
Is this some kind of, like, preventing the prophecy thing, or
As the prophecy foretold.
what did the prophecy foretell, Cookie?
I don't.
Squick, what did Cookie's prophecy foretell?
There were a variety of words in a language no longer spoken among the mortals. Roughly translated, it becomes a portent of ill omens, beginning with, and
Chocolate
then the
chips.
paint fell.
So like, Welsh?
I don't know. I don't speak Welsh.
Welcome,
Maybe?
JJ Waterboy. By the way, first time chatter. Yes, this is a community stream, and
We are
here.
the community stream of the Black
And,
Pants
and
Legion.
occasionally paint happens.
Shut up. Leave me alone.
Yep.
I didn't do anything.
Exactly.
Welcome to
Wow.
WBPL 76. We run it kind of like a terrible community station
What
where
if
you don't
PBS
have a
but
choice.
dumb?
Yes! What if Weird Al's VHF was on Twitch?
UHF.
And also
UHF.
UHF, yes. But
UHF.
well, that depends on the release area. Apparently in the UK it was the Vidiots of U62.
That's sick. I found the BPL through the Magistratum Mundanus.
Excellent.
That is a unique way to find us. That
Well,
was
hey.
like 10 times in 10 because it's a rounding error. It's the BattleTech videos.
You can't just make up rounding errors. You have to invent the rest of the math too.
No, it's a floating point problem.
Like a boat?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, that tracks.
This is why Galileo walked out onto the lake with shoes shaped like boats and sank.
I mean, Galileo sounds like he doesn't understand boats.
That's true.
Well, the supposition was, since boats' hulls are shaped a certain way, if he builds shoes that are shaped that way, he should float.
You know, that supposition of Galileo sounds like he was smoking a lot that day. Just like an ungodly amount. Man, if I had shoes that were like shaped like boats, I could be Jesus.
I mean, Anaran wants to know what you're putting in the
water.
The white.
This time it's just water. Just water. In the past,
There's a small but loyal BattleTech community at JJ Waterboy's local game store.
You treasure that because that's not a common thing,
right?
And well, we are militant.
Or you are
local, BattleTech communities are militant and often very friendly.
Yeah.
Be careful. They might play a game with you.
Be careful. Not a cult. Not a cult. Very important.
And they might
not
offer
a cult.
to give you mechs free.
Still not a cult, though.
Not a cult.
And they might argue the Inner Sphere versus Clan with you, and you might.
Yeah. Digimon, my local game shop didn't even survive to make it that far.
Yeah.
So the only place around me that carries BattleTech is Barnes & Noble, and that makes me sad. On the other hand, there's a local place to me that carries Barnes & Noble, yeah.
Sadly, one says there's no off-brand sugar drink, so we can't be a cult.
Not that you're aware of, there's not.
Comstar is, hell yeah, it is.
Comstar is definitely the classical definition of cult.
Speaking, how's the car? If you're listening, we need to do that.
We need to talk about your cult, Al.
Yeah, we need to do that because we've forgotten about that.
Well, what is the definition of cult? I'm going to look this up.
That depends.
In an incognito window.
Do you want the classical definition or the current definition?
I'm going to go with whatever the weird-ass dictionary machine wants me to know.
Oh, good. You could ask, Oh, we've got a new chatbot that you could bother the fuck out of. At least it's renamed. Like, they renamed Bard to Gemini. And
Oh, like the game with the dog that can walk. No, it was the dude who could walk through lava. The dog had jet feet.
man, your version
And-
of Monopoly was fucked up.
Classically trained Shakespearean artillery.
Yeah.
Mad Ducks. I need to talk to you about that later. Because Napoleonic artillery is much better classically trained.
Okay, so
Shakespearean
Comstar.
artillery is just kind of all over the place.
Comstar.
Yeah, so Comstar does meet some of the definitions of cult.
Like I said, if you look into like the classical definition, where you're talking about something from, literally ancient history, then typically religions are cults, all of them. If you look at it as far as the modern definition goes, it's a little bit more picky, but also depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, fair.
But tell us, how is Comstar like a cult?
It's not like a cult, it straight up is.
Oh, okay.
According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary.
Oh, yes. Merriam-Webster defines cult as...
a bunch of words that I'm not going over because they don't matter for this.
Okay.
Or great devotion to a person, idea, object, movement, or work. Or a system of religious beliefs and ritual. Though the term religious in there, I could go either way. It's
Oh,
not...
come on. It's we don't know how this works, and we worship it and follow all the traditions.
they-
It's almost
But
It
do
is
know
a
how it
following of
works.
tradition, I'll give you that, but they don't venerate it as some greater power. It's
I will
simply...
return.
All right.
No,
have fun.
they venerate Blake as being a greater power.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, so I'm going to assume it's a guy who, wound up on the Wheaties box, and somebody blew it way out of proportion.
He's the guy who put the interstellar communication back together after Golden Corral Boy blew everything up.
That sounds unlikely. Like, for propaganda and lore purposes, sure, but that's an intergalactic network.
Yeah, that's
With-
why it took him 50 years.
Okay. So, they've got some 70-plus-year-old dude who, let's do some quick math. Quick math.
I think he died like 107.
Okay. So, can we assume, rough numbers, that every planet within the inner sphere has at least one hyperpulse generator? Is that a fair assumption?
I would like to make the point here very quickly. One, the HPG network is intragalactic, and two, they rebuilt the first circuit inside the Terran hegemony.
Ralphie says he didn't do it by himself. He
What
was
the
just the
fuck is
last
Free Corn
administrator
Thursday?
of it.
Yes. He was just a really good paper pusher. And pretty
true.
good engineer.
I mean,
And now all the wobbies are like, no. Sorry, wobbies. Not sorry.
Fucking wobbies. Always wobbing in my stuff.
is that good?
Bobbin'
No.
and wobbin', wobbin' and bobbin'.
Gee, it would be awkward if we had an entry for White Tom's Bean House in Detroit. Okay, because then we would have a legal house of bean worship. Oh my gosh.
Welcome to Wide Tom's, where the beans are as wide as the toms.
No, that would be weird.
That'd be some big ass beans.
Yeah. The word of Blake would be like if there were fanboys worshipping Elon Musk 200 years later. Yeah, that's legit.
That feels like that's something that's liable to happen. Oh, let's see. You know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna make this dumb. Who's ready to make this dumb?
Always and forever.
Excellent. So here's what
That
we're
is
gonna
right.
do. I've got this cataphract. And the cataphract is a good enough mech. Like, I want everybody to know that I am on board with the cataphract being a mech that is solidly okay at its job, especially around the time it was built. Is everybody on board with that?
It is
I wasn't
a solid
listening, so
mech
yes.
for Romano Liao.
The race car guy?
Yeah,
No, the insane leader of the Capella Confederation.
That's true. Yes.
She designed it.
Why would you have your leadership doing mechanical engineering?
Let's rephrase
That's
it.
insane.
She definitely took credit for designing it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
She's insane. She gets to claim whatever she chooses, and
Yeah,
anybody who says otherwise, she executes.
she is indeed the Chancellor of the Capellan Confederation, yes.
Well, then that's setting her sights a little bit low. Like, why go with, I invented this mech, and if you don't believe me, you die, instead of, I invented space.
I invented the pot.
Well,
Have you enjoyed water? You're
On an
welcome.
entirely separate note, is with sadness that I have to release that the guy who came up with Pop-Tarts passed away yesterday at, 94?
Wow. I'm gonna make some terribly off-color jokes. Is everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
How many times did they have to push him down into the casket before he stopped popping back up?
Oh, my God.
They haven't buried him yet, so I don't know.
Ah, shelf stable.
There
His
it is.
funeral is set for tomorrow. Or no, Friday. Or Saturday.
I'm really hoping that there are no surprises involving springs at the actual burial. Actually, I kind of am hoping for that. So when they embalm him, will he be strawberry, cherry, or brown sugar?
I was hoping for blueberry, but you know.
He could be wildberry.
We are horrible people. But
Yes.
That's
Yes, we are. Chad is here for the ride. They've made their decisions. There are currently 79 people. How many Pop-Tarts did he eat a day to reach that age? Laughing Man wants to know. Well, I mean, considering how many preservatives are in your average Pop-Tart, I don't even think it has to be that big of a number.
5.
5 Pop-Tarts in his entire life. My son is
Less
going
than
to
7.
live forever.
right.
Oh, I thought that was his daily intake. 5 packs of Pop-Tarts a day.
Yep, that's
5 pack.
11,000 calories worth of Pop-Tarts every single day.
I've known people who ate whole boxes a day.
Those people are diabetic.
Behold humanity.
Actually, he was hypoglycemic and hyperactive. And he ate Pop-Tarts to calm down.
That is one of those people that doctors just fucking hate.
Was that one of our mutual friends?
That was the pasty one.
Okay.
The pasty one. They speak of him to this day.
A Floridian who was whiter than printer paper.
You know, I feel like there's a good portion of Floridians that match that description, honestly.
But he actually went out in sunlight all the time. He was not albino, but he was that white.
I miss that boy.
Cookie, what did you do to him? What did you do to him, Cookie?
I don't know. Yeah.
Guys.
Anyway.
Guys, Cookie pushed him into the hole with the Pop-Tart guy. Never seen or heard from him again.
They'll pop up.
Hey-o!
So, I bought a hard drive on eBay.
Oh, this is
That
already
was your
going
first
well.
day?
Well, I needed a 4 terabyte drive.
That's
and I didn't want to pay more than $30.
Okay, so what you're telling me is you bought a quote-unquote hard drive that, as it turns out, is a SATA case that's full of exactly one small USB drive that continuously overwrites its own data.
No, it's spinning Rust. I needed it for an enclosure I've got.
Okay.
And it's a 6-bay mini NAS. It's old enough that it's no longer supported.
Okay.
So it doesn't get to see the internet, but it's just fine for actually having drives and file storage. The
Is it
problem
in a
is,
RAID
two of the
array?
drives I had. Hmm?
Or you can put it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in RAID 5.
Okay.
Could have done 6, but it just feels wasteful. Like, it's only 6 drives. The odds of 2 failing at the same time are not high. But yeah, it's got a bunch of, low spec discs in there. I think I've got a bunch of WD purples. But anyway, a couple of them failed. One of them was a soft failure. The other one was a much harder failure. So I pulled those. I went to eBay and I'm like, sell me hard drives, available. And they were like, hey, this one's $21. And I didn't read the article all the way through, which is a
Uh-oh.
problem because for $21 delivered, I have a 4 terabyte SAS drive, which very similar, not the same thing.
No.
So, but I went back to the thing. That was my bad. I'm not going to reclaim the $21. I'm not returning that and making them eat shipping. That's just kind of a dick move. So I'll pass that off to a buddy of mine who can use it. So I go back and I order another one, and they're like, "Hey, these drives work
Trust
for
me.
money." I pretty much. So I placed the order, and to their credit, it does work. The smart tests are all coming back good. But I'm going through here, and I'm looking at the smart statistics. It does have 1,100 power on days.
That's 3 years.
Yep. And it's scoring just fine. It's in an array, so I'm not super worried about it. But
On the other hand, 3 years continuous use. There you go.
yeah, and what's the loaded use time? Power on hours.
Discount Dan's house of totally legitimate hard drives. They all spin.
Yeah, if you put them on your finger and spin them around, then they definitely spin.
SRW Addict wants to know, how sassy are these sassy drives?
Oh, grumble.
That's
No,
not an
I've got
answer.
a question, and it's an actual, legitimate. If it's a SAS drive, is it, it's a single action drive? So are we talking rifle, pistol, or shotgun?
Wait, what?
SAS can stand for single action shooter, aka guns that you have to reload every time.
Ah.
Old cowboy weaponry.
It's like if Discount Dan ran Micro Center.
Catch up there.
So right now, I definitely feel like that's Amazon because I'm still mad about Amazon. Because 3 weeks ago, I ordered components for a computer. They'll be here in 2 days. A week later, you can claim your refund now. A week later, I haven't gotten my refund. I haven't gotten my shit. And I chewed the shit out of the guy on customer service. He's like, okay, we started the thing. It'll be another week before you get your refund. This is, if I don't have it by Wednesday, like, they just get to talk to my credit card company because fuck them.
I have nearly taken Amazon to small claims court. The fun thing is, apparently Amazon usually doesn't show up for those, so you get default. The unfun thing is, then they cancel all your Amazon accounts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like whenever you charge back Google because they lost your new Pixel phone in shipping. Which has happened more than once. Not to me, but I've seen it happen enough that I will not order shit directly from Google.
Fair.
Well, that's like me and ordering a Western Digital.
Now, you just shouldn't do that across the board.
Well, I've got several and they're fine, but I ordered one directly from them on a sale. And it came to me DOA. They admitted it was DOA. Then I had to send it back, and then it took 7.5 weeks for them to process the order for the refund because they lost it on their shipping dock for 5 weeks.
That sounds about right. That sounds...
Javan, the Pally, it took 1 month to get a couple gallon jars. Not really an Amazon or shipper issue, just that USPS lost it inside an Ohio facility.
Now, you see, in my case, it was Amazon fulfillment, Amazon shipping. So, like, no fucking excuse. They can't blame anybody else. Fuck them.
I think a lot of places, because we're running into this in another couple places, a lot of places have just gotten so complacent, like, well, where else are you gonna get it?
Fuck you, I'll get it from Best Buy. Like, I'm not
Well,
happy
around us-
about that, but...
Around us, we don't have that option.
Oh.
I'll download more Best
Around
Buy.
us, it's okay if you're not gonna buy it through X, you gotta, rent a car and go drive to place for us anyway. So it's like, it's this big deal. So
Yeah. Well, the thing is, with at least with the Best Buy order, is I could have ordered the shit today if I wasn't still waiting on getting the money back for it, because $500 is not an amount that I'm willing to spend until I get the $500 back. And like, Best Buy was like, yeah, we'll have it to you tomorrow. Shipped. Do I believe that? Not necessarily, but I'm not giving Amazon the money for it again.
Fair. Honestly, Best Buy... Amazon has bulk. They've got things everywhere. Walmart has their stores that they're repurposing as distribution centers. But Best Buy really does have one of the best-in-class inventory systems. And it's super annoying. And I kind of hate it because I don't want it to be Best Buy. But they're genuinely pretty good at getting things where they need to be.
Then why is it the last 2 times Cookie and I went into one of their stores, I could not find a USB cable?
Because you're trying to buy a USB cable at Best Buy. Like, I'm not talking about their stores. Their stores are crap. But their website and in-store pickup, both pretty good. The store, no, you pay your money, you take your chances.
Now, their in-store pickup was going to take a week.
Yeah, also, their in-store cable is going to be $27.
Yeah, there's that too.
Oh no, they had a rack of 10 different options. They had none of them in stock.
Well, yeah, because those weren't the $27 one.
Yeah, if you go in and you expect to get a reasonable ass cord, and then they have a spot for it, and they deliberately don't fill it, well then you've made the trip all the way in. Here's this $27 option.
I'm not saying that's what happens. I'm just saying there's significant financial incentive.
I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm not saying that's not what happened. What's chat doing tonight? Guys, what are you working on? What are you painting? What are you modeling? What are you eating right now, chat? Chat, are you getting all your vitamins?
I assume they're also dunking on Best Buy.
It could be. Like, I wouldn't blame them. Guys,
Cookie, if you're talking, you're muted.
It's the President's Day sale on all the appliances at Best Buy, guys. You can go and get a discount on a Samsung dishwasher that'll quit working inside a year.
Man, I miss Fry's Electronics just for their aisle of weird shit. Like, it's supposed to be appliances, but you could get, like, this Bluetooth-enabled waffle maker.
Shit.
It's like, why would I need that? Why is it $300?
This is my smart waffle maker. I got it at Best Buy.
It runs an app.
It's
Yes,
Bixby
now we
enabled.
can hear you.
Okay, cool.
It's a Samsung waffle maker. It's from Bixby.
Bixby this.
Splayed hand.
Yes.
Splayed hand Bix plant.
There you go, folks. Splayed hand Bix plant.
What are you wearing, chat? No. I always ask what people are eating.
What are you
no,
wearing?
No.
What are you buying, chat?
What the fuck am I looking at?
If I had to guess, I would say that it is an array of LEDs backlighting an LCD screen.
I mean, I think he means the patterns upon that particular device.
Well, I mean, that's still what he's looking at.
Right. Kettle
This
chips.
is
Kettle cooked chips while taking care of overstock at Walmart. Interesting.
Oh, I am reminded. I got stuff in the mail this week from a bear. What did I do?
oh no.
Yes.
Peach and bergamot. Oh, that's an interesting combination.
So, because Digiman is talking about his proxy decks, well, I do have to point out that I received these this week from the Bear Man via Digiman, or from Digiman via the Bear.
Oh ho ho ho.
Oh dear.
Yes, I got
Nervous.
my Scrombleverse card. Let's see if I can actually
Nervous.
Scrombleverse. For each non-land permanent, choose a player at random. Then each player gains control of each permanent for which they were chosen. Untap those permanents. Flavor text: just another day on Space Station 13.
Accurate.
Also, I got it with an NFT in the mail. I have to pull the NFT out so you can see it. You know, mailable NFTs are very, very in vogue.
Isn't that just a stamp?
I thought that was just stickers.
It is not. Well, I mean, guys, come on. It says it's an NFT right on the back of it in wooden Ticonderoga pencil.
You know, that's fair. I hadn't fully considered the implications of the labeling.
Yeah.
And that's on me.
You see? There you go.
Okay, let's see the front.
Very good.
Yes.
Shiny.
The Bear Man sent me a holographic Roman bear
Man.
sticker.
Yeah, the Bear Man.
The Bearman.
Where else can I put this?
You could put that with the Bearman. And yes, also thank you, Digiman.
There, I can just put that in the holler, and now it's an everyone problem.
I feel like at some point we need to get like a central WBPL mailing address put together, like a P.O. box somewhere, so that we can send things from it, or at least return address them that way. Because I've got all of these Apocalypse Gym stickers, and you know, people need them. I think Squick needs a couple Apocalypse Gems. Squick, how many
You've
gems
chosen
can
to use a series of words, and I acknowledge that. However, reconsider.
Squick, how many gems can I send you?
No.
Yeah. How many do you
No.
need?
No.
They're friends of the council.
Oh God, no.
Which council are we speaking
The
of?
council. Squick's council.
The Council of Cloven Elders?
Nope.
The
Yogi
council.
Brandy, the bright day. Okay.
Squick, how would you describe the council?
Horrific, yet entertaining. Possibly with an interpretive dance. Though, if pressed, I could use words instead.
What if Cenobites but food? I mean, not quite.
They are the food skulls.
The food skulls. There you go.
The food skulls.
And do the humans desire this?
No.
Okay.
Does the Squick desire this?
Does the Merlin approve?
The
And they're
Merlin's
pretty
probably
funny.
pretty confused, honestly. Does the Squick desire the council?
The Squick has the council and enjoys the council.
So the Squick desires the council. Excellent.
Desire is a strong word.
Oh, Squick, I sent you a council because I thought you'd... Well, frankly, I
I
sent it
do
to you
enjoy
because I
them.
thought it was fucking hilarious.
Which is true.
Now, I wish to have the Council of Ivy.
There's a broccoli.
There is a broccoli. There is also a corn.
One entire corn.
I don't remember what the rest of them are, but...
Can we consult Ivy and have her give us information?
It's possible. I mean, I don't know if she's going to answer you. She doesn't do that sometimes. She's going to make a determination on what she thinks is best.
Yeah, but you didn't name her, so I don't know.
Well, no,
This
I
is
didn't.
true.
But even Harry couldn't always get answers out of her. Doop, 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 doop.
Beers guy says I hate painting white.
Yeah, white sucks. White sucks. Usually my go-to with white is a series of dry brushing layers building up to an off-white. Because, like, you don't want white anyway. So, like, start at black and build up with a neutral gray and then lighter gray and then lighter gray and then lighter gray. And by the time you get to the color you want, you've built up enough opacity through the grays that you should be all right. But it is fucking time consuming.
Unless you're painting for the bathrobe brigade, and then, well, they're already wearing their own death shrouds. So
Doop, 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 doop. What time
Correct.
is it? Cookie, what time is it?
9:03
What do you know what
8:03.
that's time for?
or whatever time it is for you. Howdy doody time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Howdy
me
doody
minutes.
time, but gambling.
Okay. So the way this works, nerds, is I put up a prediction. Y'all vote us or ain't. Us means the 7 of us who are normally in this chat. That's those here, plus Warlax, Helsakar, Mad Ducks, and then the Monday night crew, which is Squick, Bouncy, Fish, Warlax, and sometimes Volk. So that's at least lots of people for you to get the choice. That's us. Them is everybody else, Neffy
Everybody.
and such. And we'll get a random quote. You will get to vote on it. And we do us or ain't. So here we go.
It's true. Mad
Let
Ducks,
me
are
get
you
it
still
set
in
up.
chat?
There's also a goop hole, guys, and the goop hole is I got too much goop. I'm sharing it with the world. Ready, set, go.
It begins.
It begins. What did I say about a cataphract? I saw somebody say
That's a
something.
very nice cataphract.
This is the CGL cataphract. As it turns out, this is not my cataphract. I did make a cataphract. It's on my cults page. I believe I named it the Equus. So, as opposed to it being the Byzantine heavy cavalry, I named it as the Roman light cavalry. So, I have been.
Because you're so funny.
Cookie, when I made something similar to but distinct from a Lancelot, I went out of my way to find the old French name for the knight that would be called Lancelot. So sometimes I really reach for the fucking joke.
something nerd.
Yeah.
Good
And
lord, somebody
sometimes you
dumped
just impale
50
it.
grand in the goob hole.
That's.
Those are words.
I'm sorry, Wookie, what did you say?
I said, and sometimes you just impale it.
The joke.
Yes. Yes, I do.
With the lance.
A lot. I do that a lot.
That's a lot of goob.
I think I ended up naming it something along the lines of the Anguloceros, which again is the old French name for the knight who would be known as Lancelot.
But before that, he was
69 in the goop hole. Nice.
Heh, nice.
Giggity.
That is the sex number.
Sex number.
Okay, so Mad Ducks is not in chat. I was going to ask him how his eyes were doing if he wanted to share that with chat. I am led to understand that Mad Duck's eyes have improved to the point where he is now capable and allowed to play a 4-stringed bass that is not a ukulele.
Ukabasely.
Ukabasely. Basilele. Banjo-Kazooie.
No, that is a different stream.
Oh.
No, wait, that wasn't Banjo Kazooie. Well, no, wait, no, I'm getting the.
Cookie, you're tired.
We're all tired. We're
The
all
timer is
very, very
expired.
tired.
Let's see what we've got.
All right. So here we go.
Raid. It's time to
It
find
looks
out how
like
we did on us, Raid.
y'all did 44, 43, and 13. So that's pretty damn close.
That's
Pretty damn.
a decision. Like I would remind everybody that like most of the time it ain't us.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. Well, I don't know if anybody's done Banjo-Kazooie, but they've done Crash Bandicoot and Ratchet and Clank, so it wouldn't be too crazy.
Was it Aiden?
No, it was Aether, Miles.
You know,
Miles
they could do ukulele, but I've been led to understand that game was something of a disappointment.
We suggested
Wow.
Guacamelee for your brother.
Squick, what did you just run into?
All right, here we go. Ready?
All right, let's look at the number.
Hey,
Ready?
Ready.
All right, now Bad Ducks is back.
Mad Ducks is
Here
back.
we go.
Mad Ducks, if you would like, you can.
It was maybe Jack and Daxter, but also there was somebody played Crash for a while. It might have been Crow or somebody, but yes.
Do we get a quote, Cookie?
1, 2, 3, go.
Quote 128.
Holy
no,
shit.
No, nothing is going up the wow hole. Parallax.
Art.
It do. Be
Wow,
us.
that was like a year and a half ago. It was us.
It was
Holy shit. Mad Ducks, how much goob did you just get? Also, Mad Ducks, if you would like to share an update on your eye holes, I have been led to understand that
Von Falkenstein and 11 others. Nice. Got 669. No, 699.
56,736.
that's a lot of fucking goob. Jesus.
Well, I bid. I'm bidding 25 every time.
Yeah.
And Addict says he just lost the 20,000 goob he won last week. Such are the ways of goob. Easy
That will
come,
happen.
easy goob.
This is the way of goob.
This is the way of goob.
We know the way.
Trust us.
Yeah.
210,698.
What is the way of glorb?
The
Don't
way
worry
of
about it.
glorb is trust the process.
There you go.
That sounds right.
Another way to say that is it looks like shit till it doesn't.
Hoorah. That's all art.
Such is the way of glob.
Glorb has
Lovely wife,
spoken.
122.5K.
Nice.
Nice. Mad Duck, how eyes? Tell people how eyes, Mad Duck. I've been led to understand you have them. And that they now allow you to play the not base face base.
Sorry, I'm kind of out of it today. Today was parent-teacher conferences and also meetings that run around in circles.
No, I understand being out of it. Like, this is as animated as I've been today. And, like, I spent my day being really, really mad at the Federal Department of Education. So, this is me unwinding now. But we're all kind of low energy tonight, aren't we?
I have just had the week of hell. But it's over now.
You have. I'm not going to talk about the why on that because that's yours, but I am going to go ahead and reinforce to everyone Wookiee has had a very rough week.
Yep.
Mad Ducks, get in here. Raise the energy level a little bit. I know you're here.
Beep, beep.
Got a good
boop.
update about my eye meets. My one working eye is only 20/50, which is apparently not great, and the eye I had it rotated unbalanced is completely refilled with fresh artisan eye goop. I can start driving again next week, but still no ladder or lift work. Being able to read will be a couple weeks out, but most importantly, I can now play bass. Hashtag terms or asterisk terms and conditions do apply.
Well, excellent.
Well, then, Mad Ducks, get in here and play us something on your 3-string bass.
He's playing a game with
No,
the
it's
link.
not allowed. It's not allowed. Shiloh will understand. Abandon your wife.
Do not abandon the wife.
Do not
You know-
abandon your wife, especially on the week of Valentine's Day.
Right. Which my wonderful husband got was a very sneaky man, and during dismissal came into the office with a lovely thing of flowers and a thing of chocolate for me.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
So my wife said, "Here, Para, I want this," and then I got her the thing, and it turned out the
Nice.
thing was the vinyl edition of Dolly Parton's Rockstar album,
Oh,
which, as it turns out, is a 4-record album. So there's kind of a lot, but now we have it in vinyl.
Now, do you have something to play the final with?
I do. Like, it's not a very good stereo, and at some point I will get a better stereo for it, but I do have a small but reasonably good vinyl collection.
what brushes do you tend to use for painting? Prefer for painting details and armor panels on mech minis? I need new brushes and haven't bought them in forever.
Okay, so I will grab the current very fine brush that I'm using. Let's see, where is it? Because you're asking me a very specific question about very fine brushes, and for most stuff, I don't use very fine brushes because most of the time I don't need it. Where in the hell did that brush go?
Don't worry about it.
For most things, I'll use like a number 1 or number 2, just like cheap ass synthetic, or relatively cheap ass. Let's say it that way, because they're still not cheap. But these are Saks brand brushes. I think this is a 6 and this is a 1. Most of my work I get done with these, but then once I get down to details, tonight I'm using this because I just opened this, and I'm mostly, actually, I got this to get the cover off of it for my good brush that is evading me at the moment. That's a little irritating. But it is a Monument Hobbies Kolinsky Sable brush, and is very nice. If I could fucking find it. Where the hell did it go? Grumble. I'm getting a lot of chop out of the squick. Is everything okay? Is it me?
Yeah.
Well, my stream says it's okay, but I'm not hearing from anybody else. I'm guessing it's me. Chat, can you hear me?
Yesterday was our 19th anniversary, says Mad Ducks, and we made and ate almost a gallon of spicy pico de gallo in a recipe legally similar to what Werlin told me to make at the meetup. It was very good, and we added much serrano, and we just ate it until it was gone.
That is an excellent decision. Where the hell did that... Now I'm going to be mad about it. What did I do with that damn brush? What did I do with that, like, $15 fucking brush?
I mean, it's hiding.
No.
The gremlins ate it.
Oh, well, I'm going to
Yes, I
fucking
will say
skin
this
some
just as a
fucking
legal
gremlins.
warning. If you start eating my salsa recipe,
It
it
is
may
addictive.
become compulsively addictive.
It is addictive. It's very, very cool. After all, I married him for it.
Specifically for that? Or is that a secondary benefit?
I say that I married him for his chicken fajitas, and that was part of the meal, was his fresh salsa and guacamole.
Well, that makes
Frank
sense.
ate it.
Okay, here we go. So, if you're just... I can't find the brush right now, which is very irritating, and I am now going to probably spend some serious time looking for it. This is the pack of brushes that I use for a lot of things. This is from Monument Hobbies. This is the Sam Lens signature set. So that's 2 synthetic number 6s, and then a Sable number 3, a Sable number 1, and a Sable number 0. My Sable number 1 is currently evading me. I also, lovely wife got me a new sponge for my wet palette and a couple of phalanx brushes from the company that, God, I can't even remember the name of the company, but they make the this wet palette. This wet palette by, it is Exemplar. Game Envy. Game Envy is the company. Game Envy.
That's a name for a
I
company.
haven't tried those brushes yet. But that's
No
okay.
triple O scrub.
What?
Bizmonkey says no triple O.
Bizmonkey, you want to get into it, then I'll get out my other Monument Hobby set that's a 10-0. I just don't use that set because 10-0 is ridiculous. Also, for the record, the size of the brush doesn't matter. As long as it comes to a sharp point, you can do whatever you need to with it. Where in the fuck is that brush?
I mean, look, it's on the other end of the paint. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's somewhere hiding on Free Corn Thursday.
Well, it
That's
is Free
concerning.
Corn Thursday. It should reveal itself.
No, that's why it's hiding. When it's not Free Corn Thursday, it will reveal itself.
I had it earlier tonight.
So,
What happened?
what, in like 2 hours?
Grumble about things. Yeah,
And
about
also
2
stuff?
hours. And stuff. Grumble about things and stuff. Thank you, Squig. It's
I'm
hiding
just making
somewhere
sure
in
I'm
plain
updated.
fucking sight, and it's going to drive me nuts.
I hate that. That's the kind of thing that just makes me twitch.
Well, yeah.
Everything else is Twitch. It makes her Twitch is broadcast here
Well,
on
I-
Twitch.
on
The
Twitch, yes.
WBPL.
That's where we are.
You're a dork.
We are
Indeed.
helping.
We are all dorks on this blessed day. Also, my lovely wife gave me a sticker out of a pack of stickers she bought for her classes because, as it turns out, you can motivate both kindergartners and college students with stickers.
You totally can.
This,
And some preschoolers, but
There
not
we
all
go.
of them because I have had them throw them back at me.
this might be the most Mad Duck sticker I've ever seen. Imagination is the only weapon we have in the war against reality. That is a very Mad Duck sticker.
Isn't that a quote from one of the Green Lanterns?
I don't think so, but the quote is not attributed here.
It sounds like it could be, though.
I mean, if it was, it'd be Kyle.
Or wouldn't it be Hal, too?
No. No, Kyle is the artist. Kyle would be the one to say
Oh, Kyle
something
was the- okay.
meaningful.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it was like the early years when it was the artist that used to be the cartoonist was Superman.
So now I'm confused by what you mean. The fuck is that,
One of,
bro?
one of the early Green Lanterns was the cartoonist at the Daily Planet.
Okay, no, what you're thinking of is the rendition of Kyle from Superman the Animated Series back in the 90s.
No, this was a comic from the 1960s.
No, it wasn't, because
my grandfather had it.
Okay, well, then Alan Scott was a train engineer. Hal Jordan was a test pilot. John Stewart was an architect and a Marine. Guy Gardner was a police officer and a football player for the University of Michigan Wolverines. Kyle was an artist, and subsequently were after 1993.
I'm learning things.
This one is my comic book wheelhouse. Like, this is, I live in this one.
And how many comics does it take to book?
It depends. Well, Paintbrush has eluded me for that, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, all I remember is it was the only comic book that my grandfather hadn't thrown away. So.
Oh. Let's see. Put that away. Now, I do also want to throw this out there for people. Because I have this FDM printer now, I have been using it to make terrain. And I just want to remind everybody, you don't need to use your nice paint on terrain. In fact, don't use your nice paint on terrain.
Go get, yeah.
Get some
what if it's
apple
really
barrel.
nice dirt.
Yeah, get some cheap shit for terrain.
Like premium dirt.
Very premium dirt.
Hell yeah, premium dirt.
You know, I just said I wasn't going to keep looking for the damn brush, but I'm still looking for the damn brush. Grumble.
Parallax is called for a grumble.
Grumble about things.
Grumble.
Stuff.
Grumble.
Did I accidentally put it back in? No, I looked at this one. We're going to look again. Okay. Okay. So what have I got? What have I got? What have I got? That's the 0, and the cover just came off of it, so we'll be looking for that. That is a phalanx. These are phalanx. Those are both number 6, and that's number 3. So the number 1 is missing. I have a grumpy. Oh, well. Shit. Very grumpifying. I had it like 2 hours ago. That is not the one that I was trying to get out. That one. Get that one back out. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine, but it'll be fine. It'll show up somewhere eventually, I'm sure.
Biz Monkey wants to grumble about things too.
Biz Monkey, what do you want to grumble about? Tell me all about it.
Check with children
What?
for your brush. Did your kids take it?
No, I did this after things happened. After I started getting ready for the show, which is really fucking irritating because it should be right the fuck here somewhere. Okay, let's make this Thunderbolt something. We're gonna Waffle House this Thunderbolt too.
Waffle bolt.
Waffle Bolt. I didn't already Waffle House a Thunderbolt, did I?
Thought you had, but
No,
you know, there's
Thunderbolt.
never.
I got a Griffin, a Wolverine, a Rifleman, a Banshee, and an Atlas. But not a Thunderbolt.
You can never have too many Thunderbolts.
They are pretty solid. They're a good 65-ton generalist.
They tend to slug way outside their weight class.
Waffle Bolt.
Waffle Bolt. Waffle Bolt.
Biz Monkey is grumbling about shorting out 2 control boards for the Voyager, which is actually a funny story.
Yeah, he and I have been talking about that off stream. That sucks, man. After all the work you did getting those lights in and then sealing the damn ship up and then
That sounds real annoying.
at some point when it's done, we'll share it on here because he'll send it to me for the show. Right? Shit, Biz Monkey, just get in here. We need a little bit more energy.
Well, speaking of that, did you hear that Voyager 1 stopped transmitting again?
Yeah, I'm hoping that they get it fixed this time, but this is like the second time in 6 months. I'm not betting on it.
Oh, she's old.
She's quite old, and she's very far from home. All
And
she's got is
stolen.
possibly stolen. And like she's got one record to listen to. It's rough. It's rough out there.
And I'm going to say this. What's even sadder is, NASA lost ingenuity.
You know, they got a lot more flight time out of that little helicopter than they were anticipating, so I'm not too upset about it.
Well, my sad about that is they've now let go the entire team.
Well,
Do they not have a spare helicopter anywhere?
well, not on Mars, they don't.
Y'all,
I mean, that just seems like an oversight.
it's Biz Monkey of the Black Pants Legion.
It's Biz Monkey
Hello.
of the
Yes,
Black
hello
Pants.
everyone. This is Biz Monkey of the Black Pants Legion.
I'm sorry. Is this Biz Monkey?
Biz Monkey, Monkey Biz, take your pick. Same thing.
Of the Black Pants Legion?
Of the Black Pants Legion.
Okay.
According to rumors.
Yes, hello Grimos.
Some say he still haunts the Ox to this very day.
I do in fact still haunt the Ox to this very day.
See, somebody said it.
What is some? Yeah, indeed, we did. Multiple
I just-
people said it.
You're not wrong.
Squick, what do you sometimes say?
words, and then sometimes I put them together in sentences and make them problems for everyone.
Well, how often do you punctuate those words with a soundboard? Oh shit, I'm off camera.
Don't worry about it.
Somebody tell me when I'm off camera painting again. That wasn't supposed
Don't
to
worry
happen.
about it.
I am worried about it.
Don't worry about it.
I'm the only one on camera. I have to worry about it.
Don't worry about it. This is great. I've automated myself.
If answer equals anything, if answer equals value greater than 0, then don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
So wait, what's the numeric value for hitting oneself in the balls with an iPhone? Is it
$5? $5. Grumble, says Bully Snake, finally got approval to replace a failed transmission at work, but they won't pay for the brand new one at the shop. They are shipping in a salvage unit that'll take a week to get there.
Hey, that sounds like places I used to work.
That sucks.
Ever try painting with an active toddler in your lap? Do not recommend.
Yes.
I have done a lot with an active toddler in my lap. Thank you very much. That's why God invented keyboard bangers, for one.
So my lovely daughter, I put a paintbrush in her hand at age 3 and just let her do her own. I started her off on slightly failed prints, and she was perfectly happy to paint those. And frankly, at this point, she's gotten pretty good.
So you should have started her off on terrain. I mean, you could have given her the bad paints, just been like, all right, there you go nuts.
Yeah, but at the time, I didn't have the FDM printer, and like that's a lot of resin for terrain.
That's fair.
Fair point. Speaking of which, how are you liking your printer?
My FDM printer, now that I've got most of the kinks worked out of it, I like it a lot. I made a house. I made this rock tonight. It's rock. My wife looked at me and said, why make rock on printer? Why not like go outside and get rock or make rock from foam? And I say, because rock shape, like rock shape.
Yeah, custom rock.
Custom rock.
Yeah. That specific rock needs specific rock shape.
Yeah. It's important to get the right rock. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, so I don't know if it actually is the right rock, but something will stand on that rock.
Look, it's 3D printing. The point is not what am I going to do with it? It's can I print this and is it going to be cool when I do?
That is definitely my experience on the resin side.
That actually looks like the rock they used to have the original tarantula model on.
I have no idea. It is a rock I found for free on Colts.
Yeah, it's just that particular mech's model was 2.5 hexes in size.
Okay, so Von Falkenstein Parallax new MARIK Workshop Junior Edition when? Also, what kind of FDM did you go with, the bamboo? And weekly reminder, where is Long Furby? So 3 things.
I was thinking about Long Furby this week. Like, I have not forgotten about it.
Like voluntarily, or it invaded your mind?
Mostly it invaded my thoughts like a fucking nightmare. Because it's kind of akin to Apocalypse Gym. It shows up in unexpected times and unexpected places, and it's not kind about it.
What kind of FDM are you using, by the way?
It is a Bamboo Labs P1S.
Okay.
So it is the Core X printer, the Core XY. So it's not the Bed Slinger, but it's not the most expensive one. It's the mid-tier one that you should buy if you're gonna buy one of the mid-tier Bamboo Labs ones.
Is that the one with the built-in enclosure?
Yes. And
okay.
It is also the one that can handle more materials than the base P1.
Yep, because of that built-in enclosure.
Alternatively, if you're like me and have more money than sense and just throw it at problems to make them go away, you go with the X1C.
True.
Well, now you can go with the X1E and spend even more on it.
Good lord.
Yeah, I got mine before the X1E is out. I'm perfectly happy with what it does.
Oh, so you've got what you're saying to me is that you've got more money than sense.
Yes, I throw money at problems to make them go away.
That's fair. That's fair.
This incidentally also explains why I have Winsor and Newton Series 7 brushes.
Dude,
Yeah.
anything you hear Windsor and Newton, you're like,
Like the
them
cookie
colors.
guy?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
well,
Yes, the cookie guy, Windsor
don't
Newton.
put figs. Don't put figs on your brushes. It's a bad time.
Put figs
Don't
on
tell me
your
what
brushes.
to do. I'm gonna brush my figs if I feel like it.
Do not dip your figs in Nuln oil.
I might. Who's gonna stop me? The
man has a point.
police?
Your digestion.
That's not going to stop him, but it is going to make him pay for it.
Wait, I think we may be talking about different figs here.
Most likely.
In any event, yes, I've looked for Windsor Newtons because I don't want to buy a set of them, and I don't want to buy I don't want to pay shipping on them, so I look for them locally, and yeah, nobody has them locally, so.
What is Grimos gonna paint as Grendel's and Kruger's?
Kruger's?
I was surprised, but I actually found them at Hobby Lobby.
Bullshit.
Really?
Seriously.
Yeah, Hobby Lobby and where I am carries store brand brushes, like the Master or something or other. And that's it.
No, one of the ones that we go to in Texas, I found them.
The Master's Touch. That's the Hobby Lobby brush I can find. And I've had that one for like a decade. It's trash. When I go to Michael's, where I can usually find better brushes, but not great brushes, no natural fibers. None.
Okay, so he wants to know how he should paint them, and also, Arachnesh says got the kinks worked out of the printer. Does it still like feet?
Does it still like feet? No, we got that kink worked out too. Although I think we may have introduced a little bit of a dommy mommy problem.
Wait, Para, did you get the fetish model?
I really hope they didn't send me that one. I didn't order it. It was a Christmas gift, so you're going to have to ask lovely wife about which one she got. I'm hoping she didn't get me the extra kinky.
Well, look, if it's just feet and, domination, I think it'll be okay. But if it gets any weirder, may have to call a professional.
I might.
If it starts asking about lederhosen and taking over the world, well,
I'm not sure that's a kink at that point, but I'm not sure.
If you wake up one day and it has 3D printed a GIMP mask, you may need to recalibrate it.
I feel like to do that, it would really need me to put TPU in it. I'm not spending money on that kind of filament.
I mean, look, you could make a very inflexible GIMP mask with PLA.
Yeah. So you're saying when it comes to your printed GIMP masks, you like it hard?
Yes. And opaque.
What am I? Never. I'm
Don't
too
worry about
tired
it.
for this shit.
Well, Cookie, welcome to WBPL 76, the community stream of the Black Pants Legion.
Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair.
The truth is out there. Unfortunately, the truth is kind of fucked up.
And Grimos has clipped us.
Thank you, Grimos.
But why?
Because it's funny.
Understandable.
If Mad Ducks were in here, he'd ask, "Why are you here?" He wouldn't be wrong.
What the fuck is Freecorn Thursday?
Why are you here?
Why
Space reasons.
Human?
You could ask that a question about a lot of things. Why are Indians?
Ethern has thrown the sex number.
Again,
It is in chat now.
Ether. Hi, Ether. Hope you're having fun.
Not too much.
The correct amount.
So 5 Hain, 7 Rain, because I refuse to say what that actually is. You can hear people scream in PLA depending on the generation of their printer. Having exchanged my CR10S for an X1C, I can tell you conclusively I did scream quite a bit in PLA before that.
We had an Ender 3 Pro. So
No,
yes,
that
we
was
all
an Ender 1 Pro.
1 Pro, sorry. So yes, we also screamed in screamed in PLA.
Yes, and if you want to know what screaming in PLA sounds like, multicolored spaghetti.
Legit.
Squick, I have a question about early generations of consumer grade 3D printers.
How early are we talking?
Squick, what does it sound like when you scream at a replicator?
It
So-
depends. Are we talking SG1 or are we talking
You see,
PNG.
we are talking very
No, the
specific.
Replicator i3.
Yeah. It was by Ultimaker, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Ultimator Replicator, that was one of their earlier ones, which by all reports was pretty all right, but that was still early days. And Ultimaker, they were kind of the Prusa brand before Prusa was the Prusa brand, in that, like, you spend a lot, but you get a pretty good printer out of it. And they're also the ones maintaining the Cura slicer. So,
Yes,
I
but
mean-
in 2012, when you're yelling at a replicator, because you're gonna be.
Yeah, probably, because you're trying to print an ABS because that's what's available at 2.85 millimeter. And then you're gonna be cranky because nothing
that's when you
fucking
yell at
works.
Gauge, right?
What's that?
Like, it's not gonna be creative language, but it's certainly gonna be at a high volume.
I mean, I would usually yell in either hammer or more parts, but you know that was a bit after after I started my printing journey.
See, I started with the original Photon, and I just remember being fucking mystified. Oh, look at what I can make. And the further I got along with it, the more problems I had with it until I, got my Mars 3.
I started with a Prusa Mendel i3 that took like 3 years and was never completed. Then moved on to an ANET A8, which never quite caught fire.
Oh, that's good.
It did work,
Wait, was
and then
it
it didn't.
supposed to caught fire, or was it supposed to
Well-
catch fire?
Look, the ANET A8 has a reputation.
Is that
Monkey
reputation
works
for
good.
fire?
It is.
Monkey word good.
It. I want you to imagine an Ender 3,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Except
There.
aluminum's expensive, so what if you just use acrylic?
Oh
What the
no.
hell?
So
And
an
then-
Ender 3, is that Speaker for the Dead, or is that...
No, the Ender 3 is the.
No, Xenocide.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. And it also had this whole issue where, this was in the early days of Marlin 1, where, thermal runaway protection, why would you want that? It's just another bug check. It's going to make people's printers stop. They're going to get mad about it. We have it disabled. And also soldering, that's for nerds. We don't need quality checks on any of this. So it did have a bit of an issue where, the heat bed thermistor might stop reporting back, and then the board's like, oh, the heat bed says it's 37 degrees exactly, continuously. I need that to be warmer. Let's pump more voltage in. Until eventually something gives way, or maybe you get the print head, and it's not like acrylic becomes flammable and toxic when you just drop red hot metal on it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so it's fine. It's fine. It was very cursed.
No, are we sure that this wasn't a Dr. Christmas invention? Because it certainly seems like there was a safety factor of at least 7, possibly less.
It was a safety factor of get fucked.
It was a safety factor of cheap.
Yes, that is what it had going for it. Like, at the time, it was the sub $200 printer that would work. Mostly.
That would work.
And-
Sort of.
Trademark.
Yes. And it wasn't good, but it was good enough to get me started. Because the first thing you do is replace everything.
Well, yeah, and
It
that's the
isn't-
important thing.
It's like an Ender.
Well, yeah, but before the Ender was a thing. So the Ender, like, you at least keep the frame. On this one, the first thing you print are frame reinforcements. And then you print them again once you've installed the original set, so you have a set that aren't pre-bent.
You know, that sounds almost exactly like what I was doing with with my CR10S. Like I thought, oh great, like here's this machine, and it can print in plastic. The only problem, as I came to discover, was it prints in plastic very slow and just okay. And over time, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse, no matter what I threw at it, until the point where I actually did an AC heated silicone bed replacement, and then got too scared to turn it on.
William Desir in chat is getting very triggered by this whole conversation.
Shane, you're exactly right. The ANET A8 is the discount Dan printer.
He's like
Discount
triggered.
Dan's 3D
He's
print
like
farm.
absolutely triggered by this. He's like, no, danger. What happens to danger? No.
Fine. It's fine. Nobody look into it. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
We all live in a WMD factory.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
Look, as far as I know, nobody's house caught on fire, at least in this group. You know, all the magic smoke stayed where it was supposed to be and did not escape or infect anything else with magic smoke. So, you know, we're
Squick,
okay.
how much magic smoke has escaped in your apartment?
Less than you'd think, more than you'd hope.
Which, speaking of the Yellow Submarine, if you've been watching my content Tuesday mornings, we found the Yellow Submarine, and soon we'll be entering it.
How many people live in it?
Quite a few, actually.
Everyone.
And they've been trapped there for about 800 years.
Oh, well, that's good.
Well, at least they know where everybody is.
Which is why the Yellow Submarine is now sticking off the side of a mountain in the middle of the desert.
Thomas said push-ups, squats, lots of high voltage systems. William Desir says, with lots of high voltage systems that can kill me with very little provocations at something short.
Yes, so this is exactly why I decommissioned the CR10S, which I had nicknamed Von Neumann, and replaced it with the X1C, which I have named Dyson.
Good name. It's a good name.
Mm-hmm.
We have not named our printers.
You should always name your electronics. I feel like that's important.
I name a lot of my electronics, but like I think this current computer is Bruce, but I don't remember.
I named my large language model Squick.
I thought that was the One Woman Rave.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is Molly. Sorry.
Don't grumble.
Yes.
What are you grumbling at?
Things, don't worry about it.
Okay.
You know, that's why it's all ice white with more LED than should be allowed.
That's right. It is the One Woman Rave.
Well, when I get back in there and can access her computer more, it will do that.
The system.
The parallax. We installed that light switch so you could turn the lights on and off. Not so you could throw light switch rave.
I remember this. Thankfully, our children are no longer 5.
No. It's the strong bed.
Yes, I know. They saw you watch that and then imitated it.
Yeah, my kids ask for that song to play on the in the car on the way to school every time I take them to school. Everybody. There was a new video this week.
Yeah, there was. I haven't watched it yet though.
And it's a forward-facing Homestar.
Wait, they're still making Homestar Runner?
Yes.
They started again a couple of years ago, and it's intermittent at best, but yes.
Wow.
It's
That's
great.
like multi-generational at this point.
It is. I love it.
It's wonderful.
Strong bad.
My children like to say,
or is it just...
My children like to say, you've gone all pixelated.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't feel like the quality on them has dropped either.
Well, that's good.
And impressive.
I'm just waiting for them to go plaid.
Darwin take the wheel. Damn it, YouTube! Why was I not notified when this came out? Right?
I think it was yesterday.
Yesterday, day before, something like that. Yep.
I'm very irritated about leaving it. Like, it's gonna show up as soon as the stream is over, and I'm gonna be very grumpy about that. But damn it.
Look, here's what you're going to do. You are going to forget that paintbrush exists, and you're going to wait about 2 weeks. And then you will be doing something else entirely, and it will magically appear in front of you.
Of course it
Because
will.
that is how paintbrush magic works.
In another part of the house that you did not expect, because you do have cats.
Wait a second.
Yeah, it's a real possibility.
Or maybe I'll just find it.
There you go.
Huzzah.
I found
Bum, bum, bum.
I found my German paintbrush.
Was it in Germany?
Yeah.
Jawohl, he found his paintbrush.
Praise be, we found the $10 paintbrush. You see, Shane Train, that's why you buy your replacement tools at Harbor Freight, because then you can just take them back and nobody's going to ask you any questions.
That's a strategy.
As long as it's a disposable tool, it's fine. It's fine. Don't ask questions.
I mean, any tool's disposable if you just don't care.
That's true.
This is true.
Or you work in the oil field.
That's also true. All tools in the oil field, or if you're surveying, are disposable.
That tracks.
Yeah, I've done the surveying in the oil field.
I have too.
That brings a whole new world to disposable.
Yeah, as it turns out, Wookie, this will be very close to you. If you are going across the New Mexican desert, and a landowner manages to find a set of fencing pliers that your crew chief left behind, that crew chief gets fired.
Yep.
It's okay. He was on meth anyway, and that's not a joke.
Because the cattle rustlers could also find
It's
them.
actually in the Texas state constitution, though.
It
If
is.
you're caught
Yes.
with a set of pliers in your back pocket, it's a felony.
Now that is with context around like
No, it's straight up. If you
Texas
are
is
caught
weird.
walking around at any time with a pair of pliers in your front pocket, you are guilty of a felony.
that one's not really enforced.
True.
Because there's lots of Leathermans in the world now.
Oh, that's not a front pocket though. That's a belt pocket. That's totally different.
There are also
Well-
lots of knockoff cheapo. Let's see, I've got one here.
So wait, is a fake Leatherman a Featherman?
Well, this one says Swiss Tech on it, so it's the wee baby one with the flashlight that doesn't work.
Oh god, I hate that flashlight so much.
Well, that's fine. It doesn't work.
No, I've had one, and oh.
Squick, what's the
How
best
did you
way?
find something worse than Harbor Freight standard and make it your everyday carry? I'm genuinely upset by this.
One, it's not my everyday carry. Two, I was gifted this.
Do you
Was it a
still
gift
talk to
from
whoever
someone-
gifted it to you?
I'm sorry, did who send it to me?
Do you still talk to them? Because
Well, it was my mother-in-law, so not if I can help it.
Oh well, that explains a lot then.
No, I don't seem to have it immediately on me. Actually, I think it's living in my jeans pocket at
Leg.
the moment. High leg. Is a SOG power lock. That one lives.
I don't want to.
What?
I don't want to dunk on the multi-tool too hard because the best tool is the one you have with you.
That's true.
And if that happens to be the weird one with the flashlight that makes me visibly angry, then so be it.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. My everyday carry flashlight could be this one.
Now, I have to get on this one for multi-tool real quick because
because
I was
this
trying to
one's
get a specific Swiss Army knife for my daughter for her birthday a couple years ago. And I found it, and I ordered it. And they sent me a totally different model that's half the price.
I'd be mad
But
about
it
that.
had the right barcode on it, but the box clearly said it was the wrong one. So I sent it back, and they sent me another one, and it was still the wrong one. This progressed 4 times until finally Amazon just said, all of them are mismarked apparently, and we can't help you anymore.
I will give you this. You have more patience than I do. After the second one, I just would have gone, you know what? Nah, I'm good.
Well, problem is it's the only place I could find this model of one. So I still need that knife.
I have strong
Because it has a
opinions on Swiss Army
specific
knives.
thing that is very useful for my quasi profession. And since she's actually been working as my apprentice, she needs to have access to this.
I'm curious now. What's the magic tool on there?
The square-headed Phillips.
The Robertson
And
bit?
the actual usable magnifying glass.
That is a very particular Victorinox knife.
Yeah, that's an odd combo.
Like, I'm pretty sure I have that one, but I don't use that one. This is my spare. My everyday carry on a pocket knife. Actually, I usually have at least. Oh shit! Between what's in my pocket and what's in my bag, I usually have 5 knives. But this is the one that lives on my keys, or one very much like this.
Say you live in the South without saying you live in the South.
This is a Wenger. Victorinox makes it now. They had the same parent company, and they ate Wenger alive a couple decade ago or so. But this is a Wenger Evo S. What that means, the Evo is the shape of the handle. The S means that it has a locking main blade, and that is the best feature on a Swiss Army knife, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
That seems pretty nice.
It is. They're not cheap, but you know, I've been carrying basically that knife or a variation on that knife for 20 years. So, good knife, like knife. The second knife that lives in my pocket is a $1.55. So, oddly expensive for something that's called a $1.55.
I was going to say.
Yeah. $100 knife called a $1.55. On the other hand, Jesus Christ, is it sharp and robust and has a lifetime warranty. And like, if something happens and the blade breaks on it and it's not a workmanship problem, you can ship it to them and they'll replace the blade for $10.
Nice. I will say, with my Leatherman, I managed to snap the flathead screwdriver off.
Mm-hmm.
That is impressive.
Yeah, I thought so. Apparently, so did they. Because I was real upfront with it. And it's like, hey guys, I did something super dumb and this broke. How much to fix it? And they were like, okay, just send us the thing. And then they got it. They warrantied it. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm not disappointed. I'm quite pleased, but yeah.
I bought a second.
Such things, just so you have the broken one to tear apart and figure out what the hell happened.
Yeah. I bought a second SOG power lock some years ago to actually put in my everyday carry bag, so I'd have one in my computer desk and one in my bag. And I bought it secondhand, and it actually had a broken part in it. I don't remember what it is because it's one of those things I never use on it. But yeah, they wouldn't sell me a replacement part for it, which grumbled me. But I think enough of it, I own 2 of them.
See, that's how you can tell if a product is quality. When it's so good, you immediately go out and get a second one just in case the first one breaks.
Well, you see, I didn't immediately get it because I've had the first one since 2012, and actually it went surveying with me. It was the one tool I didn't care, that I did care if something happened to it. And like, I've kept up with it now for 12 years. So I bought a second one so I could, have not necessarily a spare, but just, one lives in my desk here and the other one lives in my bag that I carry around. It's got a
So,
socket
like,
driver on it. It's fucking great.
Nice.
This has turned into the Pocket Knife podcast. I have strong opinions, and I'm willing to share them.
And
Yes,
you're on the screen again.
we have become Tiny Tool Talk.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with this.
Look, it's not the size that matters. It's what you do with it.
That's right. That's exactly right. It's how you use
Somebody's
it.
already said that this stream.
Yeah,
And I
chat. This
bet it
is
wasn't
this is
one
the
of
content you
us.
pay for.
It was, actually.
Oh, shit.
It was you.
Oh, well. Shut up. Leave me alone. I didn't do anything.
He does say things with his word mouth.
Yeah,
Hey,
but I never
Jiggle.
remember what they are.
I don't see how that's relevant.
Shut up.
Your face.
But when you say that, never mind.
I don't know.
So, Para,
what?
oh, sorry. Question chat. What mech is this again?
Thunderbolt. This is the Thunderbolt from the Eridani Light Horse pack, I think.
Thunderbolt.
Yes, the jumping Thunderbolt.
Yes. So the one from the Game of Armor and Combat is just kind of trundling along. This one, he's jumpy.
Mr. Jumpy Boy.
And
he
I'm
got
gonna.
that atomic fart.
That's right. I've got the yellow on him. I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly shade over some of that yellow with a thinned out contrast paint sand golem, because we are coming up on the end of the stream here, and I still have to go to work tomorrow, and I'm not happy about it. But
I have to go for half the day.
Well,
after being there till 7.
Yeah. My Fridays are only half days anyway, but my days start at 7:30 every morning, and
yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
Yeah. Well, I take a 45-minute lunch. I start at 7:30. I'm off at 5, and then I'm off at 12:30 on Friday. It's okay.
Just download more lunch.
Yeah.
I'm salaried. Nobody pays attention. It's fine.
We're trying to.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We're trying to figure out how to allow me to keep my lunchtime, because
the answer to that is federal regulations under labor laws.
Oh yeah, they know that. They're like, but where are we gonna put it is what they're saying, because we're trying to figure out how I'm going to still do all the things they want me to do and still be one single human being.
Sounds like a them problem.
It does. Sounds like a hire more people problem. Although I know that the superintendent already told you no.
Yep.
So fuck that guy.
He's trying.
No, it's not the superintendent. It's the sped director that didn't file the paperwork.
Well, fuck that person.
Exactly.
Probably not. He might enjoy it.
Anyway.
The hell with that dude.
That's when the inflexible get mask comes in.
Yeah. Anyway. Long story, and it's full of BS, so.
Monkey Biz, what's your
Such is
favorite
the
long
nature.
story?
War and Peace.
Have you read it?
No.
Okay.
But it is a large, heavy book, which is good for flattening other things.
It is an excessively large book.
It's
Also,
good
time
for a
check.
child's
Time
pleasure.
check. It is the time at which we check things and then end the stream. So I'm going to take like another second here and quickly just clean some of this up.
Seconds up.
Oh, shit. Cookie's right.
Oh, no.
Thanks for the glorb.
My husband does that to me all the time.
Okay. Mr. Jiggle is saying that he has a Mercury model on his desk and doesn't know where the cockpit is. I have it. Just give me a second. Let's see. Where's my Mercury? Here it is.
Could you? Is that something you could reprint a replacement for?
A
If
Mercury?
you have a printing what? The cockpit part.
Mercury.
Mercury.
Cockpit, go here.
We can see
You may want to move them hands down.
some. We can see some. Yeah.
There.
Cockpit is right there. Okay.
So Mr. Jiggle, what I found personally useful is looking at like the black and white drawings, either on like Sarna or the Master Unit List or something like that.
And sometimes they're shit.
Yes,
Sometimes they're
sometimes
not helpful.
Or
Yeah.
just go and look at the one in 2750.
Yep.
that also works.
If you
Alternatively,
had
just make it up. It's
Yeah.
your Mac. Do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, sometimes you have the assassin problem and you think, gee, that's a big fucking cockpit. Turns out, no, it's not. It just looks like it. Coincidentally, the cockpit on the assassin is not the giant panel on top of its head where it looks like there's a big fucking cockpit. That's not the cockpit.
Or you've got the Archer problem,
Yeah.
where the artists have designated the cockpit in two different places depending on the artist.
Yup. Got one here, but it's primed in black, so I can't, you can't see anything if I show it to you, so it doesn't matter. And we're at the end of the time slot.
It's so funny, Parallax, because you sounded just like one of my students. And I'm
God.
pretty
Yes.
sure he heard it from somebody. He's like, yup.
Buy
Yup.
you a Mercury and walk it up and down the road.
I'm gonna buy me a Mercury and amble up and down the road. If I had money, I'd tell you what to do. Go downtown, buy a Mercury or two. Crazy about a Mercury. I'm crazy about modular weapon systems.
Oh no, somebody just sent me the STL for replicator blocks.
Shit. That's one hell of an assembly project. Like I'm not tackling that one.
Especially if you make the Carter version.
Ugh. We're not doing Pegasus Galaxy replicators. No.
Because those things were creepy AF. They creeped me out, especially when they did the whole head thing.
Very quickly, Grimos, if you write a song about the Grendel and you rhyme Grendel with Grundle, you should send it to Squick.
No, you should not.
Well, it's a near rhyme. I'll allow it.
Nope, illegal, forbidden, turbo forbidden.
And on that note,
on that note, yeah, that's the end of the stream, everybody.
2 hours with the GPL 76.
We'd
You have
like to-
made this decision. Good luck.
We'd like to remind everybody that you made a decision to be here, and I saw a dog a while ago.
Nice.
Wow.
So, I have been parallaxed. Pet the dog. He's right there. Pet the dog. I have been parallaxed. This has been Squick, Cookie, Wookie, and Monkey, which, frankly, this is a strange group of names put together, but it is what it is. So, I hope everybody's had a good night. That's normal. That's just normal.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
So sad that
And everything else. Thanks, folks. Have a great night.
So long, folks.
Good night, everybody.